Hello, this is Phil and welcome back to underKG show. Today we got ThinkPad 8. So this is apparently the third tablet out of the ThinkPad, and there was a ThinkPad tablet with the Android and Wacom Pan support, and there was a ThinkPad tablet 2 with the Clover Trail processor and the Windows on it. And now this is a ThinkPad 8, an 8-incher obviously coming from its name, and that's the latest tablet out of Lenovo ThinkPad lines. The first time I saw it as a ThinkPad fan, I kind of felt disappointed that it's got a roundish edges and this weird gunmetal metal finish, and it's not exactly an original ThinkPad feeling, but I learned my way through to get over it. So I'm cool with it now. And just one more thing, on their promo video, they were talking a lot about the heritage of ThinkPad coming in your palms and everything, and those kind of terminologies and continuously claiming about it just makes us think that you might not exactly have it. That's why you keep talking on it. But as again, I learned my way to get over it. So on top, there's an 8-inch of a display. It's a WXJ resolution. That's 1920 by 1200 in the hard fact numbers. There we go. And there has been a rumor that it uses the same display as the LG G Pad 8.3, and apparently it turns out to be true. It comes from an LG display, and the quality of it is actually better than I expected, because one in the G Pad 8.3 wasn't exactly awesome. It had the wrong color calibration. It was kind of like tinted in blue, and this guy is calibrated really well, except for the fact that it's got a little bit of backlight leakage right there. I don't know why it happens, but there has been a claim that several of the customers have been claiming that their stereo speaker has died in a few days after they purchased their device, and that there are some squeaking plastics in the machine. But luckily enough, I got a machine that's in a good shape, except for the light leakage right there. Apparently, it seems like every one of the ThinkPad 8s got him, so I decided not to get a replacement. So on the bottom of the screen is a touchscreen enabled Windows key. You can touch it when the device is turned off to wake it up. You can slide it open. On the right is a power key with the volume rocker with the USB 3.0 support. Also, there's been a claim that the USB 3.0 port over here doesn't exactly burst the full USB 3.0 speed, but I'm not exactly a speed geek, so we'll just skip that. Let's just say that there has been a claim. There's a 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom. Doesn't exactly produce a good sound, but who expects a Windows tablet to do so? So on the left is there's a flap right here that grants you access to the micro SD card slot and the micro SIM card slot if you bought an LTE version. It's just a thing with the Windows tablets that they don't exactly come with the LTE versions like so easily. I don't know why they are so really stingy about coming with the LTE version. I'm gonna pay for it, for God's sake. And there's a micro HDMI port right there that's hard to be seen on a Windows tablet, but this guy does have it. So that's a good news for those of you who want to use this as a mini television connector or the presentation device. And there's a camera. This produces better than the most of the tablet's photos, so that's a good thing. It's got a red ring aside of it. That's a really nice touch right there. There's an LED flash and the ThinkPad logo right there. And you might have noticed that this guy, when powered up, lights up. Powered down, the light turns down. So that's a nice little touch. And as I mentioned, the back cover is in metal kind of finish, and the gunmetal color is colored very well, and it's really well cut. So that's a thing right there. There's a Lenovo logo, God. And there's a speaker right there. Speaker quality, not so great. It's not loud, it's not exactly in a good quality, so don't expect much on it. All right, let's turn this guy on. And there's a, whoa. Unlock. And as always, it greets us with the Windows 8.1. There isn't exactly much to talk about it since I've already done many of the reviews with the Windows running tablets, so watch that if you are wondering about the Windows tablets. Just, you know, as usual, Metro UI, you go to desktop and there are a lot of legacy apps that you can run from. Not much to talk about. Although there is one thing, since it's got a high resolution display, we all know that Windows 8.1, starting from the Windows 8.1, they have received an update to have a support for the high resolution. It's called the high DPI support. So you can tap on here, make text and other resolutions bigger, and there are extra large. Those are kind of options. and those kind of work well. Metro UI just works fine with the high DPIs, and these do make the native objects make big enough for your finger touches. But some of the legacy apps, which Windows is known for its support, doesn't exactly get along really well with the high DPI support, and those kind of images kind of blur, and texts aren't exactly crisp. So the higher resolution doesn't exactly always mean a good thing. On Android and other devices, it might lag your device down, and on Windows, the objects might not display as beautifully as they should be. So that's one thing. The performance itself is nothing special. It's got an Atom Bay Trail. It's got a Z3770. It's a fastest Atom processor built in the tablet in the market right now, and it's got a 2 GB of RAM. I don't know why they do that, but they rarely come with any device with the above 2 GB on the Bay Trail tablets. There are some there, but they're utterly expensive. So that's the normal performances. Atom is known to boost their performance up to the Core 2 Duo a few years ago, and it's running really well even with the high resolution display. I got no problem with the performance. It's doing fine. All right, the potential buyers of the ThinkPad tablet, ThinkPad 8, God, just confusing, could be categorized in 3 different groups of people. The first would be buying it because it's just simply because it's a ThinkPad, people like me. For those of you, this isn't exactly an original classic ThinkPad line, but this isn't exactly terrible. I know that Lenovo has done a lot of terrible things with the ThinkPad, like that 6-line keyboard and the 5-line they reduced this time. But this isn't exactly as terrible as the other things that Lenovo has done to the ThinkPad. So you wouldn't exactly be disappointed, although you wouldn't be as satisfied as some gorgeous packaging right here. This is actually the packaging that came with the ThinkPad 8, and I'm actually finding a way to how to sell my tablet without this box so I can keep it. But anyway, you won't be disappointed. 2 is for the high resolution display, because most of the tablets out there only have a 2080 by 800 of the display or lower than this guy. And I can't really say that although the display itself is really good, it's not a hardware problem, but the Windows 8.1 isn't exactly the best choice for the high resolution displays, because the legacy apps designed for the older version of Windows don't exactly run beautifully, so the high resolution here might not exactly be a blessing. So that's the second group. And the third group would be people buying it because of the micro HDMI output right there. For those of you, the port works pretty well, so this could be your light and comfortable and longer battery lasting presentation machine. It could work in that way. Talking about the battery lasts about, doesn't say it, but about 5 to 6 hours in the normal usage. Remained quite well for my daily usage, so that's suggestible right there. All right, so round up. Camera's good, battery's good, performance is good, display is good, although Windows is not exactly keeping up with it, and that was the good part. And the bad part is Windows not keeping up with it really well, and the price might be a little high, and it doesn't have a pen support. That's a big bummer for me. And speaker quality and the sound quality isn't exactly awesome. Those might be the things. I would have been really happy if it had the Wacom support and the full-size USB port on top, but I can deal with it. I can wait for the better one, because I'm really waiting for the ThinkPad Tablet 3 if they're ever going to come with it. So that was the ThinkPad 8, and if you haven't, although I believe that most of the watchers have already done so, please do subscribe by tapping over there, and we'll see you guys later with the other new fresh reviews on the channel. Thank you always for watching. Bye.